Hello and welcome along this live stream here for Gavra Racing. Fanta here. I'm glad to be joined this week. I'm not alone by Hugo in the commentary box here. So,
hello.
There's Hugo. Yep, there he is. Just get in right.
The Le Mans Bugatti circuit this evening, 2.66 mile. That's 4.27 kilometer circuit with I believe it's 14 turns.
.5 miles, but not exactly how many tons, but yeah, 11 or 12 there.
Yeah. Anyway, we're currently following the Renault Megane of David Ben in the rain, very wet qualifying session here as he goes looking to overtake the BMW so they can both set fast times, just try and keep the gap up between them.
Yeah,
now heading uphill towards them. I believe that's Garage there, but not too
hard
sure.
to see.
Yeah, I think it is. The camera angle is on this game quite low, down to the surface. But yeah, but that was Garage there, so they're going to go heading down towards the final sector, which starts just before the entrance at Chemin au Beurre. Yep, there they go into the hard braking zone before the left-right chicane.
It's absolutely chucking it down now. He's coming to the last double apex corner here, and hopefully, or is it? Nope, we're not there yet. After this one, the double apex corner. See if we can actually get some times on the board here with this weather.
It's going to be a bit of a struggle for the drivers to try and keep on the track as well. The extra rain making the track a bit more greasy, so they're going to probably experience a bit more oversteer and potentially spin out a bit more.
Would you think as well, Hugo, you think it'll make the field a lot closer?
Yeah. So David Ben, the first man on a flying lap. Only 3 people still in the pits. Of course, Gavra the host, so he won't be racing.
Oh, he was racing. He was racing last week as well. So we never know.
Oh, he might be racing then.
Yeah, he's been racing.
All right.
Yeah, that's a shame. I've got a healthy field. Yeah,
too wide there, though.
You were saying that just before this lap started, and there it is.
Yeah, just got to be mindful of your braking zones, because the braking zones are going to be a bit longer. And also, it's going to be easier for the drivers to lock out, so they're going to have to be quite careful.
You can't brake as hard in this weather. Earlier and softer. Who's the man that's at the top leading here? We might as well check in with Kamikaze here. This is the man.
Kamikaze topped
he's leading the championship,
earlier.
And he topped the practice session as well, yes.
Here's BMW M3. I think that's an M3 anyway. But the BMW, yeah, coming across the line. And that's going to be a 1:51.3, so he's about 10 seconds off his dry pace there, so that's quite interesting. See how much slower they are in the wet.
So I never caught that one there. Hugo, how many seconds was that off his dry pace? Was that 3 seconds?
Yeah, his dry pace was I think about 1 minute 42 per lap.
Ooh, was that 42?
That was his fastest.
Jeez, though.
I think it was 42, but there is... he's just dropped down to the second position as someone has qualified ahead of him. Nice little cockpit cam here.
Oh, I need a bit of cockpit now and again. It's the only time sometimes you get to use it in qualifying's on. So we'll go back to... I was just about to say there, we'll go back to Red there. I think he's just put one in as well.
Yep. So he's over half a tenth up on Kamikaze there.
Back down to P7, Hugo, see who's there. Here, this could be a time coming in.
There's Carson in the BMW coming across the line there. And he's going to be at the bottom of the timing boards for now. You can see just how heavy the rain is from that camera angle though, just clouding up the whole sky.
It was absolutely terrible in the driver warm-up before the season started. I actually had to go to cockpit view because it was that bad.
Wow.
What about Schwami? Come on, Schwami, are you in the Merc? Not seen much of the Merc driving. He's coming
Shrammy
round.
moving up from the academy after last season.
Yeah, he looked good. He's been solid in the last two events that I've seen, and I know he'd be disappointed with his position last week, so he'll be looking at a podium, I think, or third or fourth, fourth or fifth at the least.
Anyway, so Red is still topping the qualifying boards.
He's actually on track now. Go to Red then. There he is. Did he improve? He did. He's improved, has he not?
Yeah, he has improved, but that means Kamikaze is going to be 3.5 tenths off him, which definitely is shortening the gap. But will he be able to shorten it enough to really get that pole position here?
Yeah, that is short. I think Kamikaze could beat this one.
This Kamikaze and his Pirelli sponsored BMW trying to get that pole position off Red.
I just remembered there as well, with the different BMWs we're reviewing there. There is actually a Constructors' Championship. Don't know how friendly the team drivers are between the teams, but I'll get that run down later as well.
Yeah, Carson's improved on his time there by about 3 seconds there.
In fact, Carson's the only driver I've not seen, he never made the last two. There he is. We'll go back to Red. Was he about to finish his lap there? Yes, he was. There he is. Oh, and he's
going to take pole position by 100th of a second.
There's nothing in that. Nothing in this weather as well. Round 11, 12 corners. Why? I knew he was going to be up for it there. Again, back to Alron. We'll see.
This is the man on the second row, so
oh, there's somebody off here, somebody off. Who was that? There's Red coming.
Will Red improve on his time?
I need to put my map on, guys. I keep forgetting that every week.
Doesn't look like Red's managed to improve on his time though, so Kamikaze is still on provisional pole.
Oh, there we go. There's Dave there. That Dennis up front. No, Dennis in the pit, sorry. There's got to be some times getting set in here.
Now this is a math game, they're coming through La Chapelle.
Right, so there's a couple of guys come up to the last section here, just need to find them. Got him.
This
there
is
he is.
the Mercedes of Schwami coming around the final turn.
Did he improve? Nope. He must have got a few corner cuts in there. Was that him that actually... The Gav's still in the pits there. He's all-star.
All-star who's currently not set a fastest lap.
I'm missing the guys coming all across the line here.
Octane there.
Find him.
Still in 7th position. And it looks like never mind. I think the Mercedes is getting quite close to the back of when
yep. Dave. Who's that? We've got Dave there. I want to see who this field is behind. I think that's Sanders behind Dave. And is that Dennis up front? No, it's not Dennis. He's in the pits. Is it Red in it? Yes, it's Red. Oh, he's spun in the last corner there. I'm glad I got that. I'm glad I got that. It won't be a session stopper, but oh, they're all piling across the line there. We were just looking at Red, and there's Anders. Oh, that was lovely at the end of that session there.
Proving too much for him. And Kamikaze has topped the session right now. He's still got
there's still people coming across the line here. Oh, where are they? I need to find them.
Increasing the gap though between himself and Red by
almost
half a second there. This
Going
is
to improve
Alamax
here.
in third
No,
position.
no,
And
he
he can't
stays the
improve.
same. No, can't improve. That was pretty exciting there towards the end, but exciting for us, but maybe not as exciting for the drivers. He'll be gutted. Hopefully the team
Yeah.
can get that fixed up for the race.
Unfortunately for him, yeah, that could have been fast lap. They moved him up a couple places on the grid. But he's just going to have to settle with that position he's qualified with for now.
He was in P2 anyway, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's it, the red, he's the Italian blood in him there, always pushing right towards the end. And I just noticed there, I think we are missing a driver this week, and that's maybe how Carsten's in. I've got Harry. He was in last week, finished P4.
And yeah, so Kamikaze topping the grid there, followed by Red, Alamax, and David Ben.
Here we are.
See the drivers lining up on the grid here.
Always takes a wee bit of time here. And just a shame, Hugo, we've not got an actual counter to know when it's starting.
No, but hopefully we'll get some nice action into the first down-up curve.
Well, that's the view the drivers have got there, Hugo, P1.
You can see the lights out of his cockpit
Into,
there. Just top left.
There's not much there, is there? P1,
No.
P2 at this place.
Pretty much side by side. In fact, I think they are side by side.
Yeah, it does look really side by side. And can we maybe get a wee view for the back from out before this race starts and we see the lights? There we go.
Tensions are building up before the race start here.
One of the things I always do, always practice my race starts. I know a lot of drivers don't, and they should, you know what I mean, but you can always make up 2 places easy on a grid.
The first turn, always the best turn to capitalise upon, but you don't want to go too aggressive into there because it's easy to crash with that the cars in such close proximity.
Going through the views here. What view would we like for the start? That's P2. P4. Oh, P4
I think
first.
P4.
Yeah.
Because then we get a bit of the back and a bit of the front.
I think some of the drivers need to hurry up here, man. All your stuff's done, or should be done. You should be hitting the button by now. That feels a lot longer than 2 minutes.
Yeah. Of course, we got nicer weather now than we had in qualifying.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You can count us down then, Hugo, for the start of this one.
1,
Round
2, 3 red lights. And away we go here in Le Mans. And you can see the BMW going inside both of the Renault Megans there. And
First 2 got away well.
Looks like he's managed to make the overtake as the 2 of the BMWs go side by side. The Renault Megans almost side by side there. Almost 3 wide towards the Dunlop chicane.
Yep,
and the
BMW away
and the Renault Megans 3 wide through the second part of the chicane there.
I think they might even contact there, Hugo, and that was close. Somebody in this lift around the outside.
Going on round the outside,
a wee bit of contact there, is that up
and there's a bit of contact, and you can see in the back there when the BMW is getting a bit of oversteer, lots of blue screen, tyre smoke, and the Mercedes and the Megane go side by side, lots of exhaust flames coming through there. They're still side by side into La Musée, and it looks like the Mercedes has got ahead, but will he be able to keep that into Garage there? Very close as the Renault Megane tries to take a look down the inside of the BMW there, but not quite close enough.
He's got them in the switchback. Hits the apex.
They're side by side on the exit, and the BMW just having a bit more power, I think, there to get away, but they're still really close.
Yeah, the Renault can't wait for the corners. But there's a lot of corners in this one. I think the Renault will still be in amongst it here.
Of beef, and they're going to still be they're going to still be side by side into the right hand.
Oh, I think he's got him there. He's got him.
And he has made it.
Oh, that's lovely defensive there. Just yeah, that was good.
Keeping it there.
It was good driving by Dave there.
Driving.
He's opening up a wee gap here as well. Let's get down the field. There's got to be some action down here. Camera angles are quite close for us as well. That was Octane, that was the man that was on the grass. And the wee earlier, there wasn't.
Yep. And the grid spreading out a bit here. Looks like there might be some battling right down at the bottom between Matt and Gavra. But, of course,
Matt there.
The gap's all still very small. As you can see, BMW trying to get past that
Mercedes as well there. Get back up top. See the leader. See the gap. There it is. Oh, there's Dave going from there down the inside. Oh, I'm glad I've seen that. He's up to 2.
Lovely. He's up to P2 now. He's just got to close the gap between himself and Gavra. It's 2 seconds in a bit there, so we'll be able to get that.
Right in between the 2 BMWs there, Hugo. That was lovely. That was a lovely move. We should have replays here. Oh, and he's a bit of trouble there. Oh, he's fine.
The Renault's Sport Megane's definitely battling the Pirelli BMWs here. So they should be some nice
again,
battling.
Apologies, I've not got my map on. I forget you need to set it every day. So yeah, there's a battle right on behind us. After the big gap there between the leaders.
The Mercedes is looking for a pass down the inside there, but he's definitely not close enough for anything to happen. He's getting a lot closer on the exit of the chicane.
Yeah, that's where Dave made his move. Is it going to be another move?
Take a look down the inside, and they're going to be side by side, and it looks like the BMW's gone very wide onto the gravel there.
He's got to watch coming back on track. He's okay. That was another. That was a move for the BMW behind as well. Right, get back to the view. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that wee corner cut there for the BM.
Very close here.
Yeah, you'll just see the BM. It does stretch his legs on the straight, doesn't it?
BM looks like it has a smaller rear wing. Maybe it has less downforce, but you can see there.
Gav the gaff up. That's a move.
Down the inside,
and
it looks like he's made the overtake on Matt.
Can he hold it into Dunlop chicane? He does.
And to keep the overtake, but you can just see on the exit there, someone going down the inside of the BMW when the Renault.
Yeah, is. Back downhill braking.
And Gavra approaching to the rear of the BMW there, so maybe we'll see that.
Yeah, he'll be all
might try and reclaim his position to the Renault, but Gavra looking for a peek down the inside. Here he comes, bit of a lock up there, and almost contact, and there is contact. And
contact.
And that is going to cost both of them time.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll sort it out between themselves there, but exciting stuff already here. But I think it's the Renaults. The Renaults are all over these BMs in the corner. There's Dennis here. Look, look at the gap there, and then we can see it shut right up in the corners here. And we'll watch this right towards the end of this, lap. You'll see it. There's Dennis in the BM. Matt in the Renault.
Getting quite close right now.
Yeah, they get quite close through this section, and then it's just the BM manages to stretch his legs. There it goes again. The gap opens right up.
BM definitely has more power along the straights there.
But I think we've got enough. Maybe see our Renault in the corners do well. Yeah, we'll go back to the top there, eh? See what Kamikaze's up to. So up front, Kamikaze, we've got a BM, and then after that, there's nearly a move going on there.
Kamikaze is still in the lead from pole position after 4 laps gone. The other BMW though, maybe trying to challenge the Renault Megane.
Yeah, Xanders. Xanders is a really good. Is that Xanders? In fact, did he not actually start at the back of this grid? And he's up to P3.
Doing very well this race.
Hopefully Dave's got enough to hold him off. Let's get busy, Dave.
He's going to have slipstream. He's got the extra power on the straight and in towards Shimano Berth. They're going to be very close. But the Renault defending the racing line very well there.
He's a lovely clean racer, Dave. Flying a flag for Britain here, Dave. And you can see he's actually opening up a tiny wee gap there on the BM, but that's got if Xander's got a right good drive out of here, you can take him the straight easy. We'll stay with this one now, I think, eh?
Looks like, yeah, there's a bit of damage to the front end of the BMW, not too sure though. No, there might not be.
Turn one. Turn up.
Slipstream and the extra power of the BMW definitely closing the gap to the Renault. The Renault goes down to the inside, bending there, but the chicane, down the outside. But massive gap increase there. As you can see in the background, another Renault.
Back there.
The team
that was a wee bit of contact there I missed you again.
And the other BMW getting very close to the rear there.
Oh, we're too far. There it is.
And there goes the BMW down the inside, almost contact there.
He's having a wee sniff there.
Yeah.
That gives Gav a chance here. Just put him a wee bit of sink, you know. Gav, are we going to do something here? Like a wee bit of cockpit here, we'll see. Oh, puff of smoke.
I think a bit of tyre smoke coming out from the Renault.
Yeah, there's anything happening here. You can see the three on the straight.
The Gavra closing in the rear in the rear view mirror, only very slightly. In the braking zone, definitely braking much later than the BMW there. Almost contact between front and rear of those two cars.
If Gav can stay as close as he can here. Oh, there's a wiggle there with the BM. That's it, wiggle. It'll do that in the corners if you're pushing too hard. Gav just wasn't close enough to do anything about it. But can he do something now?
Trying to get down the outside. There's a very skinny turn there. There's not much room to make an overtake.
No, there's one lane through there. Unless our driver gets really out of shape that we've seen with Dave and that. So we've got a wee fight going on at P2 and B still here. Nope, gap opened up yet.
The Kamikaze building up quite a solid gap between himself and David.
There he is. Many seconds it? 5.5 seconds it is. He's just running away with it.
Defending his lead.
There we go, we've got a BM, Kamikaze, then Dave, Renault. And another BM, we've got Xander's. So, who's in fourth? That Octane. And the Merc. We've got a wee mix at the top four there.
And massive rear lock up there from Octane.
Yeah, I love it. Off a smoke there. We like to see smoke, but it doesn't make you any faster, and it also wreck your tyres. I think we'll maybe have a wee fight for... Where is it? It's Recondemont. Nope, nobody's close enough for any moves there. They always look a bit closer when you see the dots on the map.
Yeah.
Right,
In the green and grey Mercedes AMG.
Didn't quite get his line right there. A bit too hot into that one. And we'll get Husa. Let's see how close this is at cockpit. Maybe talk us through a wee lap here.
There's
a large gap.
The gap between VP and David, Kamikaze and David rather, staying around about 5 seconds, not too much happening there. Actually 6 seconds there.
Oh, going the wrong way.
Lap 7 of 24 here. And heavy braking in towards the second.
Yeah, went a bit wide there.
Swammy. see bits of marble glistening on the track edges. Like there you can see the black marble. That's definitely going to increase as the race goes on.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see any rain that it was in qualifying there. I never checked the settings. I know towards the end of the season there's a few random races with the weather as we head back to Armax. Oh, and there's somebody off the back. Is that Dennis? Or red?
And that is the green, the green BMW of Dennis. Unfortunate for him, I think that might be the
corners, yeah, look, and you've got to just, next couple of corners, just keep it in the track, putting your tyres up. Yep, I don't think it was contact there, sometimes you can hear it through the game. Yeah, I'm loving to get a wee bit of cockpit view on, and then you can maybe talk us through a lap, Hugo. Maybe with this BMW fight here. Oh, no, that's a Renault actually.
BMW and the Renault. So we've got the BMW going around the outside of the Renault as they go down, go upwards rather towards the Dunlop curve.
Yeah, that was lovely. Maybe as if he missed a gear there.
Heavy braking there into the Dunlop chicane.
There we go. Watch the man at the back.
The BMW, and he's heading downwards towards La Chapelle.
La Chapelle.
That's a bit of an overstep from the BMW in front there, I think.
If you're British or Scottish, we'll call it La Chapelle. Chapelle.
And going through the first timing sector in towards the Limousin. Keeping it quite tidy there. And then the double 90-degree right-hander of Garage there. Definitely gaining lots of time on the Renault.
He's went to the right. He's trying to go for the right line so he can get the next one as it works.
Getting a lovely exit, definitely closing the gap there. Towards Shimano.
Yeah, he can just watch the two of these guys, Hugo. You know what I mean? Waiting for mistakes.
Yeah. And going into the past the second timing sector, there's a bit of a lock up there from the Renault, and he's going to go slightly wide there.
Yeah, he can capitalise there, but you know the guy in the middle, he is the most vulnerable here. Because he's got to watch two.
Yes, as they go
and it's hard to watch the man behind.
Especially when you're trying to catch the man in front.
Yep.
Can't afford to make a mistake as they go through Racordemont. And the BMW getting lots of time there through the last couple of turns on the Renault.
Yeah, just want to stay with us a wee while longer. I can sense a wee move coming up here in a bit. Nope, not close enough. But that was a lovely bit of viewing in cockpit there. Give you the driver's eye view.
Looks like it's gaining time. He's gonna
I can sense something here. He's got to keep it clean, nothing silly.
Just maybe
just a wee bit too wide up.
Coming off the back of the car in front, reducing his
he wants to get that's right. He wants to be out there a bit earlier in the corner and then start to sneak under. And he's doing it there. Another thing. Back to the top now, Hugo. Here we go. We've got Kamikaze.
Man winning the race here, going through the Dunlop chicane.
27 seconds with a lead. Unless he experiences any problems. As we're approaching half distance here.
Yeah, lap 10. Probably got a good lot of racing coming our way as the race advances.
Yeah, but obviously maybe tyres will come into play. And did anybody go short fuel? I'm sure everybody will have enough fuel. They're well experienced. There it is, BMW 1-2.
the BMW is actually catching Kamikaze now. Not by much, but maybe shortening the gap ever so slightly, because it was 6 seconds there.
Yeah, yeah, it was, I said it was heading on for 7. So yeah, there's 2 seconds. I think it's maybe Kamikaze.
Yeah.
It's just, is he actually looking after these tyres then, do you think, Hugo? Or,
he might be doing that because he did appear a bit slower when we switched to.
Or is he doing a bit of fuel saving?
Him.
I know it's just a game, but these options are available.
Yeah.
Dave's doing super here, sticking onto the back of this here.
Dave definitely going to want to try and regain his position on the BMW that he lost earlier this race.
It says I've seen these guys in action over the past few weeks and quite comfortable with it. I know that man up front there, Kamikaze, he'll be not making many mistakes. But with the pressure that's going on here, are we going to see Anders make any mistakes?
Yeah, he might crack under the pressure of the of David. Yeah, approaching the halfway point. We're at 11 of 12.
Yeah, loads of racing to go here, and it looks as if Sanders can't be settling for 2nd place, can he?
No. He's getting. He might be trying to close that gap, but we'll have to see as the race goes on. Sorry for cutting you off there, but as the race goes on, will he be able to regain that time, maybe with different strategies to the other drivers, to the driver in front, maybe?
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens.
I was going to say that, Hugo, not a problem at all. It's just we're talking enthusiastically about this race, and I was going to say that these two can maybe actually drag each other along to actually catch up with Kamikaze.
Also, the pressure from having some behind you definitely making you drive faster and driving faster than someone.
Yes, I was seeing a wee toe down the straight maybe with these two.
Yeah. Kamikaze, you can see occasionally catch glimpses of the drivers behind.
Look at this here, closing, sorry.
Very close between them. But the BMW with just a bit more power on the straights than the Renault.
Just because this is for very high points and the top end racing here, that's how I was thinking with this one a wee bit longer. There's probably loads happening behind that we could have missed, but
we've been blessed with clean racing this evening, or relatively clean racing either. Anyway, only 2 people really going. One person going off track and a little shunt between Gavra and another car.
Actually, Dave's trying to scare him into a wee mistake here, I think, and it's kind of working. Look, there we go. Dave's down the inside here.
Up towards garage there. They're going to be side by side, quite tight here.
And they are still saying the lead up here. That's just a rub. That's just a rub. Don't get away with that.
They've been a bit close.
Oh, is he giving it back? I think he might have given it back. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
I think another gentleman there, but this is going to be fantastic now to see the BM behind the Renault. Anyway, that will brew up for a wee corner or two. We'll take a quick look right back down to the bottom, and we'll get Matty, Math Gamer. We'll quickly run up. Oh, sorry, we've got All-Star there. Was that All-Star's coming out of the pits yet? Oh, don't be cutting the lanes. I always mess that pit lane up. There's about 3 pit lanes to drive out there. Always pick your own one. Oh, and he spun with the cold tyres, and he's... Oh, I hope that's not too much more damage for him. Oh, Gavra's just went all wrong, hasn't it? You come into the pits, it can happen, that.
Unfortunate. So, and you can see
his bumper.
The front bumper of Math Gamer flapping about there.
I'd like to compliment my timing and actually getting back to the bottom of the field there to catch that. That could be a close one, Bruin, as well. Go for a quick flick, see where they all are. Do you want to take it away, Hugo, and get casting 12 there? With lonely figure of who's that?
Slammy coming through, wrap on them on now. To open up the throttle on the straight, a bit wiggly there on the curbs. And this is the man hosting the race, Gavranovic, currently in 9th position, but we are entering the pit phases and we've passed the halfway point. So hopefully we'll see some more action introduced by the pit stops.
Yeah, I had a wee joke the other week there. I seen Gav getting overtaken and I did kind of miss it. And I was like, I don't want to be showing too much of Gav getting overtaken because we might get the sack.
Yeah.
So we want to see some overtake move. We had a belter move last week, so yeah, oh, there's a move up front, maybe Bruno.
Yeah, the two
Sorry, let's go on
BMWs
that. The red, Dennis and red, there
very
it is.
hard as it goes down the inside.
Yeah, teammates.
I'm not going to be able to tell the difference between the two drivers because they've got exactly
Right,
the same car.
yeah, red's behind there, Dennis in
Cutting
front.
the corner slightly, yeah.
And Gav, he's having a good look at this as well. But yeah, last week there, before I got interrupted with some proper racing, obviously there was 3 of them having a go, and Gav was at the back, and the man in the middle was just a bit indecisive with what the man in front was doing, and before he knew it, Gav nipped right by, as he could well do again here.
Yeah, he's definitely capitalising on the battle in front of him, shortening the gap by miles there.
And I did a complimented on a message after the race. I was like, his racecraft was lovely. Oh, he just went a wee bit too hot into that one.
Yeah.
That's not what he wants to do in a straight fight down the straight here, heading into Dunlop with the BMs in front. There's a few battles going on here. There's a couple of cars being lapped as well, so we'll need to hopefully they get out the road.
Anyway, we have BMWs coming through Dunlop chicane, followed by Gavra. That BMW going slightly wide.
Just went off track, yeah. Is it going to hurt him? Maybe into this corner it might.
Definitely, maybe crashing a bit under the pressure as Gavra goes slightly wide through there as well.
Gav went wide as well, yeah. It's a great little battle in midfield here. 10 laps to go. Look at that, that's lovely. They must be sharing setups as well by the looks of that.
Heading towards Shimano chicane where we might see something happen. Doesn't look like they're close enough though.
Well, that's why we're sticking with this one.
Very close in the braking zone.
This is the closest fight in the field.
Gavra getting very close to the back of
That's it. Come on, guys, go for it. Somebody go for it. No, they're all behaving themselves. It's not
the
really
chicane.
place you want to do it.
The Dunlop chicane might be where we see something like Gavra looking on the inside of the BMW, or outside. Not too sure. When it comes to these turns, just have to wait for the gap to close.
Yes, I need to remember we see it in the opposite view.
And
from
red
left
goes,
and right.
and red and Gavra pass.
Oh, he's got a wee problem there.
Oh, Dennis rather.
Yeah, Dennis back mate. No, still says Gav 9th and me.
That's not Gav. I've confused myself.
Yeah, Gav.
I mean, that's Gavra.
There's Gav there, but so what happened there? Is that get Dennis? There we go, it's Matt that's in this fight here. I'll take the blame for that one, getting all excited about the gaffer being in there.
Oh, it's very similar and quite close together on the grid actually. Yeah, both of them capitalising on Dennis's mistake.
Well, we can't blame the viewers. I'm enjoying this one that much myself. I'm just looking at the cars and not looking at the information that's on my screen saying Matteo there. So if you watch it back, all the good ones make mistakes, don't they?
Yes. And Matteo looking at the BMW, they're going to be very close, but just not quite in the getting his nose in there.
Yeah, but again, what we've seen with overtakes in this race, it's usually there's a corner that's a banker, to line somebody up, and I'll save it for that corner. But this track, it can happen at any corner. Anybody can run
Yeah,
wide at any corner.
Yeah, it's like, but mainly because the mostly downhill braking zones, it's very easy to run wide.
Yeah, the characteristics of this track, yeah, giving us some good action here. So that one's opened up a wee bit. Again, we'll head back to the leader. Kamikaze now.
Is still in the lead.
Still kind of the same, 5-6 seconds there. The other Dave's coming through it. Dave's dropped Anders a wee bit as well, with nearly 4 seconds. And that'll be Octane there. Anders must have had a wee issue,
And Octane getting a bit of pressure from the Renault Megane behind him.
We've not seen much Reynolds and Mercedes fighting together, have we? This race either, so this could be interesting.
No.
See who's got the punch down the straight.
Yeah, the Mercedes being quite staying well out of the action in this race so far, but that could all change right now.
Yeah. Again, Octane in 4th place here with P5 behind him.
The Renault definitely lacking power compared to the other two cars.
Yeah, this is where Octane should be, as I know his skills should say. If he keeps it clean, I'm sure he can stay there. There's a lap car. Hopefully he gets out the road in this fight here and doesn't really get involved.
No.
Puff of smoke there. I'm forgetting to actually watch the lap cars sometimes, but there's a couple having a wee ding dong. Then he moves over, got to let the other guy through as well. Just that's it, do it in the straight, and that was lovely. That was a gentleman.
Very good work from the BMW being lapped there. Just stay out of the way of the battle.
Yeah, respect, good driving. We had a few issues the other week as well. I was even saying, you're allowed to go in the grass. As we head back to red, he's opened up a gap there, P6.
Red dropping down a bit from the front row. Throughout the course of this race, he's just not quite kept up.
He had a fantastic qualifying session as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, look behind here, there's Dennis. And behind that we've got Gavin and Swami there, a bit apart. I think Swami might be able to catch Gav the last few laps remaining.
Kamikaze is still keeping his gap quite large though from between himself and second. And also David keeping ahead of the BMW behind him that he overtook earlier on.
Yep, Hugo back to the top there. It's as if they've all calmed down a wee bit again, isn't it? And the gaps are starting to widen.
Yes.
After that, a wee bit of exciting few laps there.
David extending the gap between himself and the car
Anders
behind. Yeah. Danson not keeping up with the Renault.
You had the gap right there. Is that another lap car as well there? Yep. In front of Dave. We've got Al Max, P5 and 4. That's the two that is close can be in this. The 18th lap.
18 to 24, just 6 laps to go here in France.
Oh, I think there's a fight in the back here. Is it Swami? Nope. Is it? There it is.
And that is Matteo and the other BMW.
Yeah, Dennis here.
Dennis.
The BM's got to get it. A slap there. If he gets close, he can do it when it's right. Sure.
Yeah. The BMWs just have the power, but it does appear like the Renaults have a bit more downforce through the corners. Just looking in the wing mirror of the Renault, the BMW seems to be gaining too much time. The driver's sitting over 120 miles per hour down the straights.
Oh, he's went wide there.
And
Here goes, went wide.
Oh,
there's contact. Oh, that was a bit. Oh, we don't know if he was in control there when he was trying to come back in the track, but he's got to give him that place back anyway. Yes, and he does.
Yes,
But,
and he does.
Yeah, I don't know, he might get a wee warning for.
Unlucky
That's
there
what happened to
Mateo.
Yeah, we all know it's all accidental, don't we? Once you get to this level, you don't get to this level if you're at all make an intentional move like that.
There's no point in racing if you're going to take the other drivers out, because then it's not racing, it's just battle royale.
Is this kamikaze going slow here? Did you hear that there?
He seems to be lifting off. Yeah.
Why? Is he maybe? Is he went with a shut radiator? There's a bit of engine management going on there. Is his engine going to blow up? That's the only reason I can see.
The gap between himself and David.
Look at that, yeah. You wouldn't do that intentional unless it's car related. And that's the only thing I can think about is that his engine management's wearing out there.
Not sure what's happening.
I'm sure mechanical failures are switched on in here.
Kamikaze then, so yeah, this could be unlucky for him. I mean, extended such a great lead between himself and second place. Well, he just seemed to be losing too much time now.
And I did say that it was only going to be a mistake or something like this for him not to finish in P1. Dave, man, over a wee sensor, something here. Is that a lap car getting out the road there?
Yeah, that is Shrami, I think, being lapped there by Anderson.
There's a gap between P2 and P3. Dave's on it. Dave can sense something here. Is he going to go slow again? Let's see how he's handling this car in the corners. That's full throttle. Here we go again. Braking hard.
Curious what's happening to Kamikaze.
Yeah, we need to watch this one, Hugo, to see. Listen. No, that's full throttle. Maybe he was just reaching down to get a drink of beer or a drink of his milk or water. Or maybe he was even texting at the wheel going down the straight. Who knows? Great to get a wee interview with him after the race and we'll find out. Might even text him. What were you doing in lap 20? Because we're back to Dave there, Hugo.
Yep, David doing quite well to be in second position. And also, the gap between himself and Kamikaze quite varying, around 4.5 seconds to about 4 seconds, which is a bit strange.
Yeah, it was getting up and down there, I noticed that. Maybe it's just a wee delay in the timings from the last lap there as well.
Yes, we have had about 4 cars laps so far.
You can see the map there, you can see how far they're spread out. I think that's a fight coming up to the last chicane there. I can find out whose that is. Not one in front is Gav there. In front of Gav, we'll get Dennis there. There it is. It
is Dennis and Mateo still. Luckily avoiding
contact. He's going for a move, he is going for a move there. Oh, he's
almost there at Chappelle.
What a rumble onto the next corner. I think if Dennis can stay close enough here, man, he can do him in the straight. I keep saying that with this BMW power. stay.
Gonna be very close into
Just
Shimano Berth.
wait to the end, wait to the end.
It's all about the braking here. Definitely closing the gap though there.
Oh, yeah. Got a good slip there. Oh, the puff of smoke is went a wee bit wide.
And Matteo goes slightly wide.
Yeah, but don't,
Oh, they're going to be
silly to do
very,
something
very
here.
close.
Wait. No, he's not
They're
being
going to be
silly. He's
side
going
by
for it.
side. Oh, and the BMW.
Yep, that
They're
was a
still
job done to
side by
me, yeah.
side.
That was job done to me. Freaking.
Gonna have the inside and Matteo runs a bit wide there. They're still
is there
going to
a
be
wee
side
corner
by
cut?
side though.
I don't know if the BM had a wee corner cut there and the Reynolds made it back through. See, sometimes it is a wee bit silly going for the moves through there because you know your man can cut back, but if you wait to the last corner here and then do him, he's got 2 laps left to try and, or 3 laps left to try and do it.
See the BMW power shortening the gap by quite a margin on the main straight.
Oh, he's gone away
And
there.
he's going to go down the inside into the Dunlop chicane. As
Oh,
he
no,
gets
he's
oversteering,
spun,
goes off
he's
into
spun,
the gravel
half spun.
trap. Unfortunate there, just going too fast into that turn.
Oh, here you go. That was lovely racing up at that point. That's a shame. Sometimes he must have got a bit frustrated with his previous attempts before the big straight, and then went for it into the chicane at Dunlop.
Unfortunate for him, and unfortunate for us, because that means there's less battling going on the track.
Oh, I don't know about that, but that one was worth it, was it not? Was it not? A driver going for it when he shouldn't? Yeah.
Yes.
And I thought it would just bide your time. Just wait the whole lap, if you want to wait the whole lap, and then just do it at the end of Racon de Mont, down the straight. Because you seen the gap that he made up. If he's got that tiny wee gap at the start, then he's toast at the end. But anyways, we look on with 2 laps to go here for Kamikaze. As Kamikaze did it again, and this guy is our runaway leader. Not only in this race, but the championship.
Kamikaze leading, yes. Doing very well after having quite a good qualifying session. Just managing to hold on to his first position at the start of the race, having a great pull off the line and just maintaining his lead from there. Yeah,
if I remember in the qualifying as well, he was under pressure to actually put his lap in. The times were that good. But he managed it. Right, so we're a lap to go. Head back down to the bottom of All-Star here. I know these guys have been lapped, but this is for position.
Also a bit far behind the other BMW, but they've been making it up towards the chicane. No, just not quite close enough there. Quite a big gap actually. That's not even the chicane. Through to Gahaj.
Easy to get mixed up and you just join someday again. And that's then coming around the last one. See, that's what you're thinking, is it? Nope, that's the back of the circuit, yep.
Not too much on-track action though, as we head into the final lap.
We'll head into the final lap with the guys at the back here. We've got Octane then.
Then just crossing the lap there, the line there to start this final lap.
Lap cam front, that is. And then Octane's racing out, and he's got a lap car behind him. That's the gap right between the two of them into the Dunlop chicane there in this last lap. Again, feel we need to actually go to the top anyway and see the leader coming through.
This Kamikaze heading towards Shimano Berth for the final time this evening.
Yep. I don't think that lap car will bother him on this lap. And as Kamikaze's making his way to the end of this race and another victory, we've got to get the sponsors in and watch P1 for a bit, haven't we? Look, how early.
Yeah. Final turn there.
He loves the finish, he'll be flashing his lights and giving it a wiggle, hopefully, the fans. There it is, that flash. Woo! Well done, Kamikaze.
Beautiful
Maybe
racing
around
from
it.
him,
Yep.
Ben.
You see where Dave is there. Dave flashing as well. Go on, he's happy with two. B2. Sanders.
And there's not too...
No much flashing there, was there? Oh, he thought he should have done better. I think the Merkel give it a flash.
Octane next.
That's not bad end to this race here. A bit of flashing the lights to entertain the fans is always good.
And doesn't appear to be doing too much.
So, he'll be happy. He'll be happy with that fourth after last week. We've got Almax. Actually pretty close there, the top five, would you say? Here you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After 24 laps of racing. That is good standard.
Yeah, the gap's stayed quite small, yeah.
I'd be happy if I was finishing P5 in this company, I think. As we're watching we wiggle over in the last he's just bringing it home, isn't he?
Yeah. All the races doing very well this evening.
There's Gav, the gaffer. Look at this here, three of them right on the straight there. 1, 2, and Dennis behind it. Dennis now.
Turn.
Bobby Schwammy. He's a quiet man as well. No his night, I don't think,
the last man.
Quality driver nonetheless. I think he had a bit of a lonely race, didn't he? But brings it home. Yeah. And there it is.
And that puts an end to the race tonight. Very exciting there. So that is Kamikaze winning with David Ben and Anderson on the podium with him, followed by Octane, Alamax, Red, Mateo, Gavranovic, Dennis, Schwami, Husa, Alids, Carsten.
I'll just try and move it down as well.
All-Star rounding off the race.
Mate, I believe that is all 15 finishers as well there.
I think everyone finished that race.
Yeah, we had a few DNFs and quite sad when there's disconnections and that, but there was only 12 finishers in the points last week.
Oh.
The last finisher last week would have been Honda, I think. There. Yeah, but I know it's good to see everybody finishing. And again with Kamikaze, a double winner. Can he be beaten next week?
We'll have to wait and see.
Who's going to be the man? Let's actually have a wee look where next week is. I'll get through my list. Barcelona National next week it is, Hugo. Hopefully you can join us for that.
Should be available.
Cool. Well, again, it's a pleasure having you all here. Again, I don't hang about much at the end of the race. I save it for next time.
Thank you for watching.
Oh, nice one, Hugo. Always a pleasure, mate. So, that's you. You need to come back next week then. Barcelona National.
Yep, I'll try and be there.
Right, cool. Right, thanks a lot, guys, and catch you next time, man.
Goodbye.